everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19.
Coach from the heartland of America. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line, and the Indianapolis Colts.
Lucky 56. Hey, slow down. Over.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Now a play fake here on first down. So connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing.
Face mask. Defense.
Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
First down.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. West. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch him now, Marty.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw on 2nd down. West. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Chark with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
You're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. West throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Set, 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down. West. Shark's got it, left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Watch him now, Barney.
On first down, West. Open man right side is Shark. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are...
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The give is to Elliott. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 3rd down. West. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 4th down, West. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll give to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19! Gun! 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 Gun!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. West. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw on second down. West. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Back to throw. West. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point up and through. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Back to throw. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Looking to throw. Leaves it for Penny. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is third and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Penny will try to punch it in, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. They go play action here on first down. And shedding through the tackle. Looking left side, he's got it complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
A final shot before break. West, he's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. All right, hang on, we'll jump over halftime. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll drop to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Hey, 4 down. Here we go now. 3-19.
Looking to throw. West. Throw inside complete. That's Arnold. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Looking to throw on second down. West, and that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Operating from the gun. West. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Arnold. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun! 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 Gun!
On 1st and 10, West. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. West. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 3rd down, West. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. DJ Shark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in and touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Leopard! 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 Leopard!
Again, it's Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go now. Green.
Off play action. West finding some room at midfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you're trying to...
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. West. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Looking to throw. West. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
Now, there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for them, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. To throw on 3rd down. West. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jared Davis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Time for a break. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. He's back to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Yannick Ngakoue in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Christian Kirk, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense.
Over!
To throw on second down. West. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now running right through it. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. West. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Taco Charlton able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, West. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can